Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today I thought I would come live a little bit earlier and update you with what's currently happening within Bitcoin, what's currently happening within the DXY, the likes of the ES as well, which is the traditional markets, and take a look at Ethereum as well. I thought I'd just give you an early morning update because there are some things that are happening in the charts that I have been talking about in previous videos. So before we get into the video, please make sure you smash a like on this video. I would really appreciate it if you can just smash that like button, and we will jump straight on into the charts. So jumping straight on into Bitcoin, what we can see is that Bitcoin is finding resistance at this previous range low here. Okay, now if you go back to yesterday's video, the video the day before that, and the day before that, I've been speaking about this range low here, and I was telling you that this range low, if was tested, is going to act as resistance. Okay, from down here, okay, I was telling you I was looking at the price being fairly bullish in the short term. Okay, I was looking at the price being fairly bullish. Reason being is because this horizontal level here is a major support level. Okay, we can go back here, previous resistance, okay, and then coming back here as well, previous resistance. This is a major resistance level that's been respected very well before the break towards the upside. Okay, and now because we've broken above it, we're going to retest that as support. Previous resistance always turns into support. Okay, so we can see that the price has been respecting this, okay? And around this area here, I was telling you that I was looking at the price becoming very bullish, as in the price was going to be pushing towards the upside, only in the shorter term though, okay? Then we came into a resistance right here. We got a pullback back down to the support, okay? But again, I was still telling you, I'm still fairly bullish in this scenario. Reason being is because the price was holding this support level here, or testing the support level, but also we were forming a bullish divergence, as in price is forming lower lows and the RSI is forming higher highs. Okay, so I was still bullish in this scenario here. Okay, the only difference now is that we had this resistance level here that we pretty much respected very well in the past. Okay, and yeah, this was the only thing that was holding that price from going to where I was expecting it to go, which was this resistance level here. Okay, this range low at 22,287. Okay, and then I told you if this resistance level was broken, okay, 22,287 will be that next level that Bitcoin goes to, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, that's exactly what happens. Okay, even in this first candle here, okay, we came and tested this previous range low at 22,287, but initially we got a break towards the upside. Okay, and then as of late last night, we did actually come and test it once again, this previous range low as resistance, and you can see that as of right now we are seeing a slight rejection. Okay, but I did say this was the next level if we were to see this bounce from the support level here. And then if we got above this resistance level here, okay, I was telling you for the past, 2-3 days, I was telling you I was fairly bullish on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, I was fairly bullish in the shorter term on the price of Bitcoin. However, I have been saying in the mid to long term, I am still bearish. Okay, but it doesn't mean that I can't be bullish in the shorter term. Okay, and now I'm looking at more a bearish scenario from here. Okay, and of course that can be invalidated, and I will go through that invalidation. But right now, I just want to go through the bearish scenario, okay? Because the bearish scenario is looking more realistic as of right now, with a few more things factoring into this as well. So looking at this resistance level here, okay, what we can see first of all is that it's a resistance level, okay? This level is a resistance level, okay? And now what we need to look for is other things that could help us with that analysis. Okay, so this resistance level here, there's a high probability that we could get a rejection from it, and as of right now, we are getting a very slight rejection from it. Okay, but looking at other things as well. Okay, if we're bringing up the RSI divergences, if you follow this channel, you will know that I love to look for divergences because the majority of the time they do play out, and they are a really successful tool, a really useful tool. Sorry, and I've been very successful with them when the price has come into either resistance or support, and then the price forms a bearish or bullish divergence. Okay, for me, that's one of the best setups, and then adding another bit of confluence into that as well is just the perfect trade setup for me. Okay, and what we can see right here is that the price is actually forming a bearish divergence. Okay, so we have right here, we have a high, a slight high here, and then we have this high that's being formed right now. Okay, so that's lower highs, and then if we come to the RSI, we can see that the RSI is forming higher highs right there. And even if we go from this high right here, okay, you can see still forming a bearish divergence. Okay, and then even if we come from this high all the way up here, okay, let's just move this out of the way for a second. Okay, this high up here to this high that it's creating right now, you can see that the price once again is forming a bearish divergence. Okay, so we're getting bearish divergences all over the place. And for me, it's looking prime that Bitcoin is going to pull back. Okay, we have to remember though, we do have this diagonal trend line here, which is going to act as support, okay, because it has acted as previous resistance, okay, and previous support in the past, okay. So resistance there, support all along here, okay, before the break towards the downside. Then we tested it as resistance to the dollar before that break towards the upside, okay. So for me right now, in the shorter term, I'm looking at the price being more bearish rather than bullish, okay? As in, I'm looking at the price coming down to this support level here. If that support level is broken, then I'm looking at the price coming down to this major support once again at 21,468, okay? So this is the scenario I see. And potentially the price could be forming a smaller range between these two levels right here, okay? So this is something that we also need to look out for as well. Okay, but this is what I'm expecting in the shorter term, right? I've flipped bearish in the shorter term. However, that could be invalidated. Okay, that could be invalidated, as with the bullish scenario that I had down here. That could have been invalidated as well, as in if that broke towards the downside, that would be an invalidation of this bullish scenario that I was looking at. But the bullish scenario did in fact play out. Okay, so right now I'm looking at the price being more bearish rather than bullish, as in I'm expecting the price to come down to 21,468, where from there we can reevaluate, is the price going to be bullish and push back up, or is the price going to break towards the downside and be very, very bearish? Okay, now of course, with any scenario, there is an invalidation for this. And the invalidation for me would be a break back above this previous range low. Okay, so this previous range low right here at $22,287. If this gets broken towards the upside, we can use it as support. Then what we could be looking at the price doing is actually coming back into this range that it was trading within. Okay, so that would be the invalidation for me. And then, you know, as the price is coming up, we also want to invalidate that bearish divergence as well, okay, because there is going to be some more resistance coming in up here. So that invalidation for that bearish divergence would be getting above $23,266 approximately, okay. Yes, we're a fair bit away from there. Well, not too far, but you know, there would have to be a fairly big move towards the upside to actually cancel out this bearish divergence. Okay, so we still have to be aware that that bearish divergence could still be in play, even if we break higher. But if we were to break higher, if we were to break above this previous range low at 22,287, then I would be looking at the price coming up to $23,255. Okay, that would be where I would expect the price to come up to next. And then from there, if that's broken, we can look at 24,000. Okay. But first of all, you know, we just have to see whether the price is going to break above this level right here, or if we're going to continue to get rejected from this level. Okay. Another thing that's factoring in, why I think the price in the shorter term is more bearish than bullish is because if we come over to the DXY, we can see that the DXY is still attempting to break above this resistance level here. Okay, the DXY is still attempting to break above that. So we do need to be very, very aware of that as well. And if it does break above this resistance level here, this horizontal white line here, then we're looking at the DXY coming higher. Okay, then we're looking at the DXY coming up to between 104.5 and 105.7 dollars. Okay, all the way up in this major resistance level here. If that is the case, what's going to happen to Bitcoin? Okay, well, Bitcoin is most likely going to pull back and potentially even break the support here. As I said, previous videos, if this support is broken at 21,468, I'm expecting the price to go down to $20,294. Okay, that's where I would expect the price to go. Okay, you know, I've been talking about this since sort of the start of February. I've been telling you that the price is looking very bearish for me. You know, we've got bearish divergence coming in everywhere, you know, especially on this daily chart here. You know, on this 4-hour chart, you know, perfect analysis. Okay, we created some perfect analysis right here. Okay, we had the swing failure pattern from up here, okay, testing the resistance up here, and then we had a bearish divergence forming up here with higher highs here and lower lows on the RSI. Okay, perfect analysis. I was telling you up here, I was entering into a short position. Okay, and as you can see, that short position is playing out really nicely as we've seen this price pull back. Okay, so I'm looking to continue to, potentially trade this short position. I have taken profits, as I said. I've taken profits here, and I also have taken profits at this low right here that we have just formed, because that is a major support level. So I have taken profits at these major support levels, but I still have a little bit left within this short position. Okay, but because I still think there's a possibility that the price could break the support and move much lower, because I am still bearish in the mid to long term. Okay, DXY is not showing me any signs that it wants to reverse right now, okay, because it's continuously continuing to test this resistance level right here, and it looks like it wants to break above it. If that is the case, DXY is going higher, so Bitcoin is most likely going to push lower. Okay, so we need to be aware of that. And then, still very tired. And then again, Bitcoin's coming to resistance, forming a bearish divergence as well. So it's looking prime for a pullback there as well. So, this is my overall thesis on Bitcoin. In the shorter term, I'm expecting the price to pull back. However, that invalidation is a break above this previous range low at 22,287. Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to, be keeping my eye on over the course of, however long it takes for the price to reject or break above. Okay, and then as soon as we get a confirmed direction, then of course I will let you know. But for the confirmed rejection here, I would like to see the DXY breaking above this resistance level here. That would be really nice to see. But if you've been following the channel, you know where I stand in the sort of mid to long term. I stand very bearishly. I still think that 14,000 could be hit, 12,000, maybe even 10,000 could be hit. Okay, I still think we could see lower with that bear market. I'm just showing you quickly. Okay. It's looking very similar to the psychology of a market cycle, where we have a high, we have a low, lower high, big leg down, forming a low, a high, a lower low, and then a lower high, which we formed right here. Okay, if we come to the Wall Street cheat sheet, psychology of a market cycle, we can see the exact same thing: a high, a low, a lower high, the big leg down forming a low, then a high, then a lower low, then a lower high, and then we slowly churn our way down to a new low of the bear market. Okay, we're looking very similar to this psychology of a market cycle cheat sheet. And it's looking like that we're leaving this anger phase right here, okay, which would mean we're going to slowly churn our way down to a new low of the bear market into this depression phase. And then once we get out the depression phase, we can go in that disbelief phase where that bull market finally starts. Okay, so we do just have to be very aware of that, and this is why I'm still remaining very bearish in the mid to long term. Okay, of course there is an invalidation for that. There's got to be an invalidation for everything, and the invalidation for me for that would be a break above 25,000, use that as support, get a slight bounce, and then I'd be happy to say that 30,000 is that next level. Okay, but right now, because we're below this resistance, getting a rejection from this resistance, and we have bearish bearish signs on the lower time frames, then for me it's looking a lot more bearish right now rather than bullish. Looking at the DXY as well, that looks like it wants to continue towards the upside. If we come to the ES as well, that's continuing to get rejected from this major resistance level here. So yeah, lots of things factoring that in on the technicals. Then we come to the fundamentals. The 2 year has exceeded the 10-year yield. Every time that's happened, a recession has hit us. And every time a recession has hit us, the markets do tend to react bearishly to that. Okay, what else are we seeing? Okay, we're seeing the Fed is still increasing rates. Okay, if the Fed are going to still increase rates, even if it's by 25 basis points, that's going to be bearish for the markets, because initially Fed rate increases are bearish for the market. Okay. What else are we seeing? Well, it looks as though 90.8% of the analysts think we're going to get 25 basis points, which as I said last time. Okay, we are first of all, we are a long way away from it. Okay, we're 5 weeks away from it. Okay, so things could change. Things could change. But if we are going to get a 25 basis point rate hike, what would I expect the price to do? Well, I would expect the price to do the exact same thing it did last time we had the Fed, the FOMC meeting. Sorry, okay. I would expect the exact same thing, okay. And what happens previously? Well, we got a 25 basis point rate hike. What happened? Okay, I was telling you I was expecting a pump and then a dump, okay, and that's exactly what we saw. So I would actually be expecting the exact same thing. During this FOMC, during the FOMC meeting and after the FOMC meeting as well. Okay. If that happens in 5 weeks' time, what I would be expecting the price to do is actually pump and then dump shortly after. Okay, because increasing by 25 basis points, yes, you can look at it as being fairly bullish because he's increasing by a decreased amount than he previously was. If we can have a look at this one here, previously he's been doing did 75 basis points four times in a row, then a 50, then a 25. So he's increasing by a decreased amount, but still increasing is a very bearish thing. Okay, so we have to be very, very aware of that. Just say hello to everyone. Crystal, morning all. Morning, AJ. Good morning to you too. Bruce C, good to see you here. Good morning. Kryptonite, good to see you here. Love your stream. Thank you very much. Love to see comments like that. Could you check XRPTA and check the resistance support levels? Thanks, AJ. Yes, I will have a quick look at that. Is Wyckoff accumulation still at play? To be honest with you, yes. There's still. I can't remember who showed it. Someone showed it on a video that I watched or a tweet that I watched, and on the 2-week chart, I think it was. I haven't got it drawn up myself. Okay, I haven't got it drawn up myself, so just be aware of that. But if we go to the 2-week, let's add one of these in. 2 weeks. Let's have a look. Okay, they were looking at the 2-week. What was it, the 2-week or the 2-day? I can't remember what it was now, but I'll have to find it for you and I'll bring it to the channel. But someone was looking at a Wyckoff scenario either on the 2-day or the 2-week. It might have been the 2-day, to be honest with you. I will have a look at that and I'll bring that to the next live stream. But yeah, there is actually apparently a Wyckoff pattern happening right now. So my answer to that is I'm pretty sure, yes. Akeshi, good to see you back here. Good morning to you. Angela M, let's smash AJ. Let's smash it. Yes, let's smash it. Let's also smash that like button. If you can all smash that like button, I'd really, really appreciate it as well. Kryptonite, morning AJ. XR. Yes, I will take a look at XRP quickly. Smash that like button, guys and girls. Yes, if you could all just smash that like button, I would really, really appreciate it. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this TA for you as well. But yeah, we'll move on to XRP quickly. Just covering BNB quickly. I know someone previously asked me to cover this, and I was telling you, whilst the price was up here, I was telling you I was looking at the price being very bearish and the price coming down to here, where from there we could either bounce or we could break towards the downside. And my analysis, was exactly right. Okay, the price got rejected from here, and the price did come down to this support. Reason being, why I was saying this is because price was forming a bearish divergence, as in higher highs on the price action charts, lower lows on the RSI, and we were coming into resistance. Okay, so it was looking prime for a pullback, and then RSI, was slightly in that overextended territory as well. Then price broke below here, so there is still technically a technical target of $275. So got to be aware of that if you're looking at getting into BNB. But there is, BNB. But there also is a possibility we could come and test the resistance and get a rejection as well. That could be a possibility. But then the invalidation would be a break above this level here. But yeah, I wouldn't have looked to short this here because it was such a big bearish candle. Okay, I was telling you from up here that this was a good shorting opportunity, and exactly as it was. We got a rejection from there, came down to the support, and even broke below that support as well, seeing a continuation towards the downside. But yeah, taking a look at XRP, I was looking at XRP as well, and I'm pretty sure when I was looking at XRP last time, it might have even been you, Kryptonite, who asked me to look at it. But we were up here, okay, and I was saying the exact same thing, okay. I am. This is a bullish pattern, but I'm looking at the price being very bearish here because Bitcoin was looking very bearish at that moment in time, okay. If I was correct, 9th of February. Let's have a look. When were we looking at? That was the 2nd of Feb. Okay, maybe we were looking at it when we were here. Yeah. Okay. So when we were first looking at it, looking at this chart here, the price was up here. Okay, and I was telling you I was expecting a rejection from here and the price to pull back down to the support right here because Bitcoin was actually on the 2nd of Feb as well, was testing that resistance level up here. And you know that, well, if you've been following the channel, you would know that I was saying back here that I'm very bearish on the price of Bitcoin and I'm expecting a pullback from here and I'm entering into a short position. Okay. And I was telling you if Bitcoin were to have a pullback from there, then XRP was most likely going to have a pullback from here as well. Maybe it didn't have a pullback from, this exact level here. It did actually come and retest this level once again, but initially it did have a rejection from this level. And I was telling you that the price would most likely come down to the support, which as you can see, tapped it pretty much to the dollar on the support. And then we're seeing a bounce off of that level. So let's have a look at this right here. Was there any signs of any sort of bullish divergence or anything? Maybe on the 4 hour. There actually wasn't. Okay, there wasn't actually here. No signs of any bullish divergence there. So I wouldn't have even looked at getting into a long position here. But initially, okay, from what I'm looking at right now, okay, the price is bouncing. Okay, if Bitcoin is going to continue to push slightly towards the upside, then of course, XRP could come and test this resistance level here. Okay. This is my expectations for XRP right now to continue towards the upside, coming up to this resistance level at approximately 0.39. Okay, potentially we could see XRP come up here, and from there, we would have to reevaluate it, of course, because there is that possibility it could break towards the upside and move much higher. But I would not expect that to happen if Bitcoin continues to get rejected from the level that it's at right now, as in this range low here. If Bitcoin doesn't break above this and move higher, then XRP probably will not break above this and move higher. Okay, I would expect XRP to come and test the resistance and get rejected, potentially coming back down to the support level here. Okay, of course, we would have to reevaluate it once the price gets up here, because we would have to reevaluate whether the price is forming a bearish divergence or not, because I would like to see the price coming into resistance, forming a bearish divergence, and then I would be happy to say that the price could be, having that pullback. And what I'm looking at right now is that the price is already forming a bearish divergence. So I'd be happy to say that if the price comes up here, then I would expect the price to come down to the support here. Reason being, okay, looking at this previous high right here, we can see that on the RSI, that high right there has already been taken out by the RSI right here. Okay, so already the price is forming a bearish divergence. Okay, so in the shorter term, I'm expecting a pullback for XRP, whether that's going to occur here or whether that's going to occur at this resistance here. We don't know, but I would expect it to come and be this resistance level here. So if the price was to come up and tap this resistance level here, that bearish divergence was still in play. This could be another great shorting opportunity, all the way back down to this support. Okay, so that's what I would be looking for. Okay, the price tapping this resistance, forming that bearish divergence, as in lower lows on the price action chart, and then higher highs on the RSI, and yeah, then I would expect a definite pullback in the price of XRP. So that's what I'll be looking at, and yeah, I'll keep that as a note to keep checking on this for you, and seeing how the price of XRP does play out. Okay, because again, there is a possibility we could break towards the upside here and move higher. Okay, we do have to remember that this is a bullish pattern. It is a descending parallel channel, which tends to be a bullish pattern. Okay, on Bitcoin, what we were looking at was an ascending parallel channel, which does tend to be a bearish pattern that played out bearishly. However, there is always a possibility that a bearish pattern can play out bullishly and a bullish pattern can play out bearishly as well. So we have to be aware of that as well. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on this. Akeshi, AJ, kindly look into GLMR. I will take a quick look at that. I haven't done any TA on that, so yeah, it will just be some rough TA on that. Adam, on the other hand, on the weekly, the stochastic RSI, Bitcoin just crossed over, so we can expect a significant drop. We can't ignore the weekly. I 100% agree with you there. 100%. We cannot ignore the weekly. Okay, and to be honest with you, I haven't seen that, but I've been looking at something else very bearishly, and that's why I've been saying, I'm bearish in the mid to long term. Okay, I haven't shown you this today, but I've shown you this in previous videos. Let me just quickly bring up the stochastic RSI. Is it the stochastic RSI? Yes. Stochastic RSI right here. Let's bring that up and let's have a look here. Yes, okay, this is just adding on to the analysis that I already have. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. That's very, very helpful. Okay, so what I'm looking at right here, okay, is price. Okay, this is looking very, very bearish, and this is why I am very bearish in the mid to long term. Right, what we're looking at is price coming into this previous high here, this resistance. Okay, you can see we tapped it there pretty much to the dollar. Okay, what else is the price forming coming into this resistance? Well, the price is forming a bearish divergence. We have a high here, we have a low here. Okay, and then on the RSI, we have a high here, and then we have a higher high here. Okay, so we have on the price action chart, we're forming lower highs, and then on the RSI, we're forming higher highs. Textbook bearish divergence. Okay, price is reacting to that, as in price is pulling back. Okay, and I would expect the price to continue to pull back as well. Okay, the last time we saw a divergence on the weekly chart was a bullish divergence. Okay, lower lows on the price action chart, higher highs on the RSI. Okay, that played out very, very well, as you can see right there. We had a 56% move towards the upside. Okay, as you can see right there, just over a 56% move. Okay, so this is looking very, very bearish for Bitcoin right now, because we're forming a similar divergence. Yes, it's not a bullish divergence, it's a bearish divergence, but a very similar divergence. And this could play out once again. And, if, we were to see a similar move towards a similar, percentage move, we could see the price actually come all the way down to potentially $10,600. Okay, so we've got to be very, very aware of that. And then from what you've just said there, Adam, yes, we cannot ignore the weekly. And then bringing up that stochastic RSI, yes, stochastic RSI is in the overextended territory and has just flipped bearish as well. I don't tend to look at the stochastic RSI a lot, but it is a very, very useful tool. Okay, maybe I should start looking at it a lot more. Okay, but the last few times that we were in this overextended territory on the stochastic RSI, what happened to the price? Well, the price had a big pullback. Okay, we can see it right there. Okay, let's come back here as well. Okay, this time here on the 4th of April, we were overextended on the stochastic RSI. What happened? The price had a big pullback. Okay, coming back here as well. Okay, even here, it was a small pullback, but we initially had a pullback. Stochastic RSI was overextended. We had a pullback. Stochastic RSI was overextended here. Okay, all-time high. Price pulled back. Okay. Here is a slight exception. Stochastic RSI was overextended, but we were seeing that price just crush. Okay, just absolutely pump. Oops. But yeah, we do just have to be very, very aware of that. Thank you for bringing that up. That's just even helping me with my analysis. Okay, but for me, I am bearish. We cannot ignore the signs. I am bearish at this moment in time. Bearish divergence coming into resistance. Very, very bearish sign. Stochastic RSI. Overextended territory, flipping bearish, another bearish sign there as well. DXY looking like it wants to push higher because it keeps testing this. Keeps testing this resistance level here. So for me, overall, Bitcoin is just looking a lot more bearish in the mid to long term than bullish. Okay, in the shorter term, if we break above this range low, then in the shorter term, remember this, in the shorter term, I will flip bullish. Not in the mid to long term. Okay, in the mid to long term, I will still be bearish. Okay, I've been telling you that, for the past few days now. Okay, I've been telling you down here. Okay, I am bullish in the shorter term though. Okay, but then I've been saying afterwards, I'm bearish in the mid to long term. Okay, I'm still bearish in the mid to long term, and I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to change, my thesis unless we break above 25,000 and use that as support. Okay, that's the only way I could flip bullish right now. If we don't break above 25,000 and use it as support, then I'm not going to flip bullish. Okay, I'm going to give into the FOMO that's out there. On this push towards the upside, people were getting very bullish on Twitter. People were getting very bullish on YouTube. To be honest with you, that is only for getting the views. People are only doing that to get the views. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you that I'm getting bullish. Yes, I'll tell you that I'm getting bullish in the shorter term. Okay, but when I say shorter term, that could mean a day or two, or that could mean a week. Okay, when I say midterm, I'm talking about a month time, 2 months time, long term as well. I'm thinking a few months times. Okay, so. That's why I'm saying in the shorter term, I can flip bullish, but mid to long term, I'm still remaining bearish. But yeah, thank you very much for bringing that up. Aikeshi, we will have a look at GLMR quickly. Let's come and have a look at that. GLMR, don't actually think I have any TA on that. No, I do not. So let's just have a look what we've got here. Let's start on the daily, work our way down. Okay, so looking at this on the daily, we can see that we are once again, forming this bearish divergence up here. Okay, we're forming higher highs on the price action chart, lower lows RSI. That's why we are getting this this pullback. But what we're seeing right now is we are seeing a bullish divergence here, getting higher highs on the price action chart, forming lower lows on that right there. Bullish divergence, yes, coming into support potentially. Let's have a look. Okay, so if we're looking at this. If we're looking at this previous high right here, okay, we can see that we are coming into some slight support. Okay, that's previous resistance there, break towards the upside, retest of that support. Okay, so that could be taken as a support level. However, we can also pull a support box from, let's say here, to around here. Okay, so we do have a support box coming in here as well. Major support level, as you can see, support here, breakdown, retest of resistance, retest of resistance twice here as well, retest of resistance, rejection, break towards the upside, support as of right now. Okay, so yes, bullish divergence coming into support. We could see the price bounce from here, but what I would also be looking at on here as well is the fixed range. So if we can sort of drag this from, let's go from here to here. Okay, let's see. Can we drag it out? Bearish divergence, bullish divergence, down here, which pushes price up here. Bearish divergence. Okay, so, looking at the larger time frame of it, okay, I would be more bearish rather than bullish right now, okay? Reason being, bearish signs have already been, but more bearish signs could be in play, right? We had bearish divergence coming into value area high, and then we're coming into this previous high right here as well. Let's just get this horizontal tool out here. Okay, swing failure pattern right here. Okay, so that was a very, very bearish sign right there. Okay, that's why we're seeing this price pull back. Okay, however, price has pulled back and it has found support. Okay, it has found nice support. But for me, if we're going to see Bitcoin continue towards the downside, okay, and the DXY push towards the upside, we're most likely going to see this rollover and come down to the value area low at 0.37 cents, okay? So for me, I'd be looking at this and being a bit more bullish, okay, because the first initial signs are bearish, okay? Looking back at this part of the chart right here, okay, bearish divergence coming into value area high, taking this high out here, swing failure pattern right there. Okay, very, very bearish signs. That's why the price has pulled back. Coming to support. Yes, we're using the support. We're holding the support right now with a bullish divergence. But for me, the overall thesis is bearish right now. Okay, so I would be looking at that price actually breaking towards the downside of the support and then coming much lower. From there, if you remind me on another live stream, I will cover it again, and we can see where the price has come to. If the price has come below value area low, we can reevaluate it, and we can reevaluate, is the price looking bullish or is the price looking bearish? Okay. Is the price coming and forming a bullish divergence down here? If that is the case, then we could be looking at the price actually coming back up to resistance. Okay, but the overall thesis for me right now is bearish, even though we're holding support with a bullish divergence here. It is the overall thesis is bearish because if I was trading this myself back on the 9th of Feb, I would have been entering a short position at this level right here. Okay, so between 0.51 to 0.54 would have been a short entry for me. That's where I'd be looking at entering a short. And yeah, I would have taken slight profits at this support level here, okay, on that short position, because there is a possibility that the price could bounce. And as you can see, the price is bouncing right now, but the overall thesis is bearish. So I would keep the short position open, moving that stop loss to entry. So I could never turn that winning trade into a losing trade. And then if the stop loss was hit, I wouldn't have worried because I've already taken a bit of profit here. But initially, if that support is broken and we move lower, then we can see that short position continue to print money. So right now, I cannot give you a clear direction, okay, because we are holding support right here. The way I trade, I would have entered the short position here, taken slight profits at support, moved that stop loss to the entry point. So there was there was absolutely no way I could turn this winning trade into a losing trade. And then I would have just let the trade run. Okay. If the trade hit the stop loss, who cares? I've already taken profit here. And yeah, if the price broke below the support, then, I would have made even more gains because I still had that short position open, and then I would have taken profit at value area low, and then potentially down at this low right here as well. If we pull up this horizontal ray tool, we can see major support level right there as well. So if we were to see the price break the support, come to value area low, break value area low, then I'll be looking at the price coming to 0.31. Okay, 0.31 is a major level. Why is it a major level? Okay, we've tested it right here. Okay, then we've come and tested it pretty much to the dollar right here, taking the liquidity here, swing value pattern. Okay, bullish divergence there as well. So that was a very, very bullish sign right here. So if I was actually trading this, I'd be looking for a long position down here. Okay, why are we looking for a long position? Well, first of all, we're below value area low, which is this blue line here. Okay, we're forming a bullish divergence, coming into a support level as well, which is a previous low, taking the liquidity. Okay, so liquidity grab right there, pushing that price higher. Okay, so for me, this looks like it would have been something really, really nice to trade. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if the price breaks the support, then I would be expecting lower. Okay, so that's sort of my analysis on that. Hope that has helped you out. And yeah, if you remind me in another live stream, I will cover this again. Let me just I will save this to my thing as well. Let's bookmark that as well. Change that to the correct color. There we go. I'll bookmark that for you as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. DXY could potentially be breaking this resistance. If that is the case, it looks like it wants to. Okay, but if that is the case, then Bitcoin is going to probably see a harsh rejection from this resistance level here. But if we can get above this resistance level, which is the previous range low at 22,287, then I would expect the price to come up to $23,255. That would be the next level. Okay. But yeah, right now we're coming into resistance, forming a bearish divergence. DXY looks like it wants to break resistance. So right now I'd be sat more bearish in the shorter term rather than bullish. But again, that could be invalidated if we break above this previous range low. If we break above it, use it as support, then we could be looking at the price coming up to $23,255. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. Remember, larger time frame, I am very bearish right now. So yeah, just be very aware of that. But yeah, if there's anything I need to update you with later on today, if anything happens, of course, I will come live and update you with that. If not, I will see you tomorrow for the normal live stream. So please make sure you smash a like on this video. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out as well. And yeah, it really helps the channel out. So please make sure you smash that like button. And yes, I will potentially see you later on today if anything happens. If not, I will see you tomorrow for the normal live stream. Thank you very much, guys. Smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe, turn that bell notification on, and I will see you in the next live stream. See you later, guys.